I'm audio. Let's I gotta see what I was doing, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, cause alright. Let's I think I was gonna attack Indo Curry. Oh, but I need lots of money. Let me I don't know if I'm gonna wait long enough to actually do what to get that girl. Basically, I'm talking about getting that girl. I don't remember her name, Cleone or something. You need to have like 10k resources to get her. That's all gone too. You use it, which is unfortunate. But because of that, I'm probably not going to attack that place this turn. Oh, that's right, I recruited her. I will later. And that's perfectly fine. I need to see these guys' health. Tyra's fine, he heals on his own, but his cousin is not. I don't have any repair places very close, so 20%. Yeah, I'll leave him, that's fine, that's good enough. I think it stacks with other repair things. I don't really know, I've never tested it. 20 is pretty solid, so putting that out there. And Ugaki's gotta go on a border. They can move for now. That should do it there. I don't really have that much to do on the overworld map. Of course there's this, and that's not going to change. I'll get people stationed over here though. Within 10 turns. Mostly because it's forced. I'm not going to worry about it until then. I don't really care about that stuff most of the time, to be perfectly honest. Issue bonds, get this done. I'll let this go since the part's going fast already. You just get free money. I don't know, it's like 3k or 5k and you can do this 2 or 3 times. I also think it only happens in the Japanization route. So, yeah. I don't really... there's no negative side effect to doing this either. In real life there would be, because you would... It's like you're what, withdrawing from banks as the government? I think you withdraw from banks and send it out to the populace or something. In this case they're sending it to the military from banks, so they would be in debt. So there'd be long-term repercussions. There are none in this game. So, you know. Which is good. Yeah. I don't have anything else to say about that, and there's not really anything else to say about the scene. You just get money. About the bonds, yes. Hopefully that's the correct answer. Issue government bonds, 5k. Good. Like I said, I think I need 10k to get Cleone. It might be 15 or something. I'll check after this is done. Then we're back to London. I don't really remember what they talk about here. I guess there's more talk about the pirates. So now Dokutsu's talked about them, these guys have talked about them, and it's getting close to your turn to talk about them, so hope you're ready for that. I should be fine when they show up. Alwilda. I swear she's had other names than that. She's listed as a couple things on the wiki, or she has been in the past, and people edit it out or whatever. I guess there are just a lot of different ways you can translate her name. They talk about her a little bit here. She's a good unit. I look forward to obtaining her. So that's really all I have to say about that. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything to say about this scene either, so I guess I don't want to skip this one, because then it'd be 2 in a row, wouldn't it? Guess I'll just wait. No, it's done anyway. Good enough. No, that was a really fast turn. Okay, that's fine then. Oh, more Japanese. Let's skip that real quick. Don't even know what they were talking about. Maybe it was about the bonds. I don't really know. Rebel Army. Empire of Ares is coming in from Indo Curry. It's most likely Nelson again. I think Nelson stops after you take Indo Curry or Arabia. I don't recall which. Anyway, he'll stop eventually. Oh, look at all these repairs. Boom. Oh, and I forgot to give stuff to Visber, however you want to say her name. I gotta get units spread out here too. Because I can send some of these guys back. Or over there. To move this guy. Oh, Sakura's there, so I don't need to move him there. Get him to SHK real quick. Shikoku. He'll get some peace there. Not a very good defense force there. Move these two. Then it should be good to go. Yeah, I think that's all that I needed to do there. So, again, end phase. Just move along. What a shame, right? I would make an effort to stop that, but it's not very interesting. I don't care to be perfectly honest. Send aid. No. Game over, retirement. I've never done that. You know, I'm sure it's obvious what it means. Well, send aid to Dokutsu. You don't need to do this. I'm not going to do it because I need money right now. But you can do it. Someone asked me to recruit this girl, so I will. Oh good, her scene is all in Japanese anyway. Just what I was looking for. So. She's not good, in my opinion. I dislike her. But like I said, she has some application. You can utilize her for some special fights. That's also not saying that I will. It's just that you can. I mean, she can pretty easily defend star systems, I think, so I guess I could use her for that. I don't even recall recruiting her in the past. That's how much I disliked her ability. So, yeah. I mean, it's one of those abilities that may as well not exist, to me. It affects everybody negatively. In the same exact way, and it's like, well, you know, I mean, you're not getting any bonuses from it, really. It's really situational. I mean, if it doesn't even, whatever. I don't have anything else to say about it. I guess I'm just kind of going on and on here. But yeah. So this is another Toon Dokutsu. It's just gonna go on for a while. It's heralding their defeat, I guess. More or less. It starts happening really soon. They start losing ground, and it gets really sad, and it's depressing, and I don't like it at all. Yeah, also, attacking the UHOS with a pincer strike, it doesn't really matter. If you do that, you can, I'm trying to think. When you attack the UHOS, they do some stuff that, like, destroys routes between star systems. I don't actually know how much of a role that plays in dealing with them, with Dokutsu together. I've never been in that situation. I think you can join up with Dokutsu if you go through the UHOS. It just takes a little longer than if you go through the colonies. I'm almost positive you can. I've never done it that way, though, so... Like I said, I've almost always saved UHOS for last. Just because it's the easiest thing to do, to be perfectly honest. When you go into UHOS, you need to make snow ships, right? You need to make snow ships, and they cost money, they cost technology, and it's like, I don't feel like dealing with it. If you go into the colonies, you don't need that kind of thing right away. But when you get to, like, Arabia, you need sand ships, so you can endure the sandstorms. They do different things. So, I think they do different things. I don't remember what either one does, to be honest. But I know that if you do it without the, you know, required climate-controlled ships, you're basically fucked. It's really hard to keep going. Yeah. So, anyway, I don't have any more to say about that for the time being. So... I also haven't been paying too close of attention to the scene here, but oh, I think it's talking about what happened with Germany, and this is one of the coolest things in the game to me. It's a small reference to the German Sixth Army. That's what I see it as. Hitler ordered, like, I don't remember exactly what he did, but he became, you know, I talked about in an earlier part, he became really willful in his fighting style. Like, I know you guys can do it. I'm the best. It's gonna happen. Here we go. And that would be his whole reliance. Like, obviously there was more to it than that, but generally speaking, those close to him said that he became too reliant on will. So, you know, that kind of image comes to mind. Anyway, he would send in forces and tell them not to retreat. They were to fight. And he did this with the German 6th Army, and they got completely encircled by Russian forces. And they basically got completely annihilated because of that. It was in the winter, they were starving to death, they were freezing to death, people were surrendering, and eventually, I don't remember his name, but like the captain, the commander of that, group of soldiers surrendered to the Russians, and it was a huge, huge, huge loss for Germany. It was a really big deal. Because the units were completely encircled. They couldn't leave. They had to just sit there. And the only aid Germany was giving those soldiers was, I think, air supplies. And they weren't good enough. Or they would get shot down. Like, 1 out of 2 ships that flew over to give supplies got shot down or something outrageous. It was really, really bad. The whole operation was terrible. And it was the biggest German loss in World War II, actually. I mean, aside from them losing the war. But I mean, you can probably find stuff about that. Annihilation of the German 6th Army. I'm sure something would come up. So, that was a big deal. I'm glad that they referenced it slightly in this game. Even though it's worded differently. Right? Raitia told them, they jumped the gun and went in too soon and got encircled. In real life, Hitler was like, nah, you guys get in there. I'm pretty sure. Or they were trying to defend a place. I think it was in Stalingrad. Again, I'm not positive. I'm spot on about 80% of this is spot on. So you can quote me for 80% of it. You can decide which 80% you're quoting. But yeah. I mean, I don't mind offering usually correct information. As long as you can check it and be like, oh yeah, so he was right about this. Little wrong about this, but that's okay. I can see that he wasn't, That's fine with me. So I don't have anything else to say about this scene, really. It's still going on. That's kind of cool. The scene's still going on, Yeah. But the end is set in motion for Dokutsu now. Even maybe as early as next turn they'll start losing territory. Which, it's just interesting. It's like, I feel like this incredible sympathy for Raitia in this game, because she's just capable of so much, but she's not given the tools. Everyone's in that situation at some point in their life. It's just really, truly unfortunate when that situation decides your life, I mean, I'm sure basically everybody watching the videos had that experience, right? Like, you could do all of this stuff, but it didn't work out. It could be even, something as simple as like being in a group full of shitty people at a college assignment, Like, you're the person who has to do all the work. If these other people in your group were capable to the slightest degree, like, you would be ace, you'd be golden. But it never works out like that, and it's just, it's so sad. Anyway, enough talking about that. Oh, I'm getting attacked by this. I thought this would be... well, whatever. Whatever, as long as it's this. Actually... yeah, that's fine. Because, remember, Shibagami's level 10, and I already told you that Taira leaves. So he's not even a permanent fixture in my army. So getting him levels, kind of pointless. It's whatever. And yeah, this is how it is with this girl. Like, it's really annoying with Donuts because I mentioned before that I dislike having a weak laser or fighter unit up front to do like chip damage and then not accomplish anything and be totally irrelevant. Her flagship is like that. I'll show you in a second when I go to the screen to show you exactly what I'm talking about, because I'm going to be able to do it really shortly here. More Japanese, wow. Yeah, actually, I don't know anything about this girl here that I recruited with the shurikens. I think the shurikens, not just tied cloth. I couldn't really tell. I know very, very little about her. I just recruited her on a whim. So, I know that she loses clothing every time she gets defeated. I think that's what it is. I'm not even positive about that. So, that thing I was talking about that I was going to show you. Let me try and remember what it was, because I don't remember what the fuck I was talking about. Oh yeah, here, you can't unequip her command ship, the main one. I don't know what you'd call it, her flagship. I guess I'll call them their flagships. You can't remove hers, and it's the one that does the laser and missile damage, and it's a huge pain in the ass. But you can't remove it, so it's just always there. You know, like Togo has one of those. Shibagami has one. He doesn't have one. Yeah, the whatever. I don't know his name. Anyway, a lot of characters have those. I have most of the characters that have them, though, I think. Whatever, I'll see you in the next part.